Hi everybody, welcome to Rapant Outdoors 360's Season 2 sneak peek. We have an exciting season ahead, so please come and join us on our outdoor adventure series. Alright, we're going to sharpen up our hooks, get ready to go chase muskie.
Finally out here, let's go boat a muskie.
So Wes has been throwing the lure that they call the pig. So
after throwing this for like 20 minutes or so, I guess muskies really don't like pork.
Alright, it's 10 after 8. We've been at it for about 2 hours pitching baits. No luck. Again, we're fighting really tough conditions. We had a 15 to 20 degree temperature drop from yesterday to today. We've got cloud cover, but it's stable. Fishing at night, muskie fishing. Wes's first outing in the dark. He really wanted to do this. Man, we came this close to boating a 20-inch class smallmouth bass. We were pitching baits here at night, topwater. We were both pitching Booker top raiders. I threw it up on the rock pile in that area, and within the second or third crank I had this vicious explosion out of the water. I thought I had a muskie on at first. And then when I felt the fish, then when it went down, I didn't feel that musky head shaking going on. So I knew it wasn't that. But I got the thing, as I started bringing it to the boat, I turned on my light, and I got the thing to the side of the boat, and I turned it, and it came right below me with the light on it. I'm not kidding you, the shoulders on that bass had to been like 5 inches across. That fish was at least this long with shoulders like that. Wes had the net, started to go down, and I saw the net there, and I kind of lifted the rod to get it over the top of the net as he was putting it in the water, and just as I lifted it, the fish came up, shook, and he shook off. But we did get a good look at it. I'm confident that was a 20-plus inch smallmouth. I just wish we would have had a little more a video to show you or a still picture. But again, fishing at night, we got everything cleaned up, put away, so we don't get into trouble with hooks and everything. It is incredible. I'm stoked with the conditions we faced that we actually had that kind of action. So it was a good evening for us. On our way to fish another Northwoods lake, and Wes has got to make a stop at the muskie shop. He needs another bait. What'd you get? The mini Medusas?
Couldn't find what I was looking for.
But you're happy with that, huh?
Yeah.
Because we're coming out of his channel, literally right where I'm pointing here. Wes says, you know what? We're almost out. I'm going to throw bait out and troll. Okay, Wes, explain.
So, there's a little opening next to wood over there, so I'm like, what the heck, why not? So I cast it over there, and then as I'm bringing it back, I feel a head shake, and I know it's a toothy creature because it took one of the eyes off, and there's a little dent from
a
the
tooth mark in there. Action. We've got action. We had a hit.
Finally.
Now let's put one in the boat.
Yeah.
All right, day 2 is done. Went on a numbers lake for muskie, supposedly. We've been on this lake twice. If it's a numbers lake, we're still on number 1, okay? Weather's starting to stabilize. Muskie fishing looks like it may turn on. And unfortunately, we have to head home tomorrow. So a good day considering the tough conditions for post-frontal conditions. I guess we can't complain, eh?
Yeah.
So we had a good time. We're out on the water 5.5, 6 hours, so it was fun. So heading back, we're having a perch fish fry that we all caught. We got 8 perch and 1 crappie. So we're gonna have a nice fish fry tonight. So we're taking the skin off, and then we get them all battered up. We use Italian breadcrumbs when we coat ours. So we got a bunch of perch going in. There it is, our shore lunch, fish that we caught. I got a piece of crappie and perch, beans with bacon, potatoes and bacon, and a lot of perch left to eat. Let's chow down. How is it? We're coming into one of our favorite secret holes. We got to kind of wind our way through all these bogs. Some of you might recognize it, and if you do, you know where we're at. But as I'm motoring us in, Wes is throwing his frog, seeing if he can tack on to something here. Give it a good pause. Sure, look at that. 3 straight hits, and now that I'm filming it, I'm going to shut it off. I'm jinxing you.
First fish on a frog.
Let's take a look, see what we got here. Yeah, we finally struck gold.
Got them hooked well, too.
Yeah, you got both hooks in them. We're pitching frog baits. Wes has downsized his frog bait.
Can't get that out.
And I'm pitching a bigger frog. Here, you can see, here's my hand. So we're looking for musky, bass. You got one. There's a nice picture. Let's get a measurement on her.
14.
14 inch back. 14 inch going back on a frog. There he goes. He's ready to go. Well, he's happy. We finally nailed one after this post-frontal condition has flattened out now. Today I'm glad we stuck around extra couple hours to fish. Back to pitching baits. Musky next.
Hopefully.
Okay, let's go. Fish, you got a fish?
Biggest freaking fish.
Where at?
Right over there.
That
I saw it come out. It was long. If that was a pike or a muskie, that was like at least an upper 20-inch bass. That was really long.
Another hit and miss. Well, we're getting good action. The fish are turning on. Too bad we can't stay another day. He's pitched about 5, 6, 7 times in there, and you can see the sun's coming down, and we got to head home. We call it an outing. He's still going to keep casting. I guess I got to start the motor for him to stop. So, over the last few years, we have been repairing the 70-year-old trapper's cabin. This time up, we replaced the porch.
Only sometimes.
While the porch was being disassembled, I was debarking our roof support poles for the new porch. While the new porch was being framed in, guess what? I was still debarking the support poles. Well, there's the decking. It's starting to look like a porch. All right, there's the decking done on the porch. The supports and the decking are finished. Next, we work on this roof supports. Oh man, I don't know if you can see them around my head, but the gnats are terrible. So we're gonna get a smoky fire going. Hopefully that'll clear it up. There you go. Now we're going further than that. Ticks them off. We're going to try to fix the bee problem.
I know, let's smoke them and spray them at the same time. We need a back door.
We're trying to smoke them out. Maybe we should have did this before we were working.
I'm still not convinced it's a good idea right now. Walk to the front edge.
I heard something too.
I heard it.
from across.
Yeah.
What we just heard were wolf howls off in the distance.
Okay, that's it. One more tap.
Did you hear that?
The wolves?
Yeah, that was a wolf. Yeah, I heard it. I heard it.
There's
over
one on
here
this side of the
before.
river
Now
now.
it's
He was
here.
over there. I already am.
You are?
Are you?
Okay. Yes, that's a lot of them.
There's a lot of them. There's a lot of
There's more
wolves.
of them over there.
Yeah. I'm getting my 45.
Dog stays on his leash, guys.
Yep, I'm getting my 45.
Dog stays on his leash.
We heard the wolves howling, responding to us, both sides of the river. So the AR-15 came out, and I got the 45 on. And we're working on the porch. Okay, so there it is. Started about 8:30 this morning, ripping out the old porch, and there it is.
Oh.
Even though we worked hard, we still found time to relax a little and work on our shooting skills.
I also managed to pull our trail cams that had been up for over a year. We had some very interesting pictures to highlight. Check these out.
These two pictures were taken on April 13th, 2018. In the first pic, we had no idea, reddish pink and a dark area lower left. It wasn't until we looked at the second pic, occurring maybe 20 seconds later, that we realized we were looking into a bear's mouth. The bear had put its mouth on the trail cam. Now those pics were certainly an unusual encounter with a bear. But 3 months later, July of 2019, we had a second bear encounter with one of our trail cams. Unbelievable. Check this one out also. The first picture has a foreground blur, but you can see sky and a tree line in the background. The second picture shows what looks like a jawline with teeth, but no canines, and still a little blurred. Then finally, the third picture shows the clear side profile of the bear. Another interesting picture occurred on February 19th of 2019. The trail cam caught the rear end and tail of a predatory cat, a large lynx or bobcat, or a young cougar. If anybody can make a positive ID, please contact us and let us know. We'd appreciate your help. And the final highlight from our trail cams is this nice 8-point buck, still in velvet, taken on July 21st, 2019. Now this buck has showed up many times on our trail cams, but this is the clearest daylight photo we obtained. A few weeks later, we're back in central Wisconsin, prepping for deer season. Well, we got a new trail open. Craig went through first with the trimmer, then kind of knocked it down, and I followed it up and went closer to the ground so we can identify all the stumps and that to walk over. So we got that open up here to the high ground at least. Well, it's not a pretty sight. Look at the growth in here. We still got all that water in the main trail. We couldn't get back here at all. This is the first time I've been back since around turkey hunting. Had another couple bouts of rain, and we got another little lake on the trail. I don't know when we're going to get this food plot established. Hope for the best this year. One of these years, we got to be able to get out here and get this food plot planted. This is the second season now where I don't have a full food plot. In fact, this year we didn't even get seeds down because of the rain and how bad the swamp area was. All right, 6:30, we didn't quite finish. We got about over half, not quite 3/4. How about 5/8? We got about 5/8 of the plot trimmed, if you can see here.
cheesy broccoli, steak, baked potato, Liney's. We're eating like kings tonight.
Good meal. All at the dollar store?
No. And you can see the stuff here coming up in here. And like I said, I can't remember the name of the other plant, but I believe that's what's coming up in here. And right here you can see all of the strands of clover popping up right in here yet. And this is scattered throughout the food plot. We've got little strands of clover all over. I'm real happy with that. Hopefully we'll have deer in here feeding, and we'll have a good fall bow and gun hunt. Alright, we kind of cleared that area out now. So we're just going to open up the blind and kind of nestle it in and see how it fits and what we need to do. Alright, we're done. It's 20 after 11. So we've got her brushed in from the front and the sides. So just about done. Alright, we found a branch extension here for our licking branch. We are going to zip tie it on like so, and we just created a new licking branch. There we go. I brought out some odor eliminator, I guess, a spray, outdoor field spray, take human scent off everything. And because we zip tied and handled this branch, this new licking branch, I'm going to spray down a little bit of the branch that I handled, and obviously where we zip tied it. So we want to eliminate any scent that we may leave on that branch when the deer come in and start sniffing. Let's get on that blind and get that thing descented. Even the wood that we handled, I'm spraying. Alright, we did the whole outside of it. Now we're going to go inside. We're going to spray down the inside. Well, we're here, October 12th in the North Woods of Wisconsin. We got white on the ground. I'm not sure if I want to put the bass boat in. It's 32 degrees up here. It's snowing. That water on the ramp will freeze. I might have problems getting it out. So I think we're just going to work off the pontoon boat, do some motor trolling. Have to make the best of it. So we're up here chasing muskies. We'll do what we got to do, but I don't want my truck or trailer slipping into the lake off the launch. So the bass boat is going to sit. We'll just work off the pontoon. So let's see what happens. But in the meantime, how about a dock challenge?
Yeah.
Dock challenge for Wes. He's going to fish off the dock, see what he can do. I think the big bass and everything is already moved into deeper water or in the process of doing it. But you never know, right?
Yeah.
All right. Dock challenge for him. I'm going to finish unloading the truck. All right. Oh my God. Oh my God. I had to go get the video camera. I'm still unloading. Wes was trying out his new bait. Check it out. His new bait. Look at this.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
All right. I get a couple of pictures here.
Inches.
19 inches going back.
Oh, this is like my heaviest fish. That was a 5-pound fish. That was big. Oh.
Congrats. How many casts?
Like 5.
Hi. We said we'd be chasing muskies today. It's snowing, windy. Wes already caught that 19-inch bass. That was super cool. We're going to do some trolling. And the plan is till dusk. We'll see how long we can brave the cold. I guarantee you though, if we get a fish, we're done.
It's cold.
It's cold. Colors are in full bloom. Guess who's a full-fledged muskie hunter now?
They had a little attitude this season. They want to prove they're a lot better than
Well, we
that.
made the turn into the wind, and I'm beginning to agree with Wes. It's a little too dangerous here. I had trouble making the turn on the boat. With the wind, I had to speed us up to keep control of the boat. So I think we're just going to make this one pass. In fact, you can see when we made the turn, my tripod for the camera fell over. Lucky the camera wasn't on it. So, but we're headed right into the wind right now. I'm going to shut this off and use 2 hands on the steering wheel. And after he warmed up in here, he's back out there pitching baits off the dock. Managed to land a 15-inch bass. He took a selfie of himself. Here, take a look at it. He's out there fishing again. What did he do? Just lose one? He just told me he caught one, took a picture. This fish freaking big, I'm not kidding. He lost the fish. Well,
It's called...
tell me about it.
It is a big fish. I got really angry because I had the rod tip down and it still jumped.
Yeah. And he shook off.
It just shook off.
Ooh.
And then everything just kind of shut down after that.
But the one you lost,
That was bigger than the one I caught earlier.
that's bigger than the 19-inch one.
That was a lot bigger.
Pretty successful though today.
Yeah.
Why go out on the boat? Just fish off the dock.
Yeah.
He's out there pitching baits already. We just got up. Alright, it's Sunday morning, day 2 of our short weekend muskie hunt. And conditions kind of like yesterday. We got snow in the air. Our last shot at muskie fishing for the year. You can't say we ain't trying, that's for sure. Alright, we're going to get geared up here. We'll be with you in a little bit. Well, that's about it. We got in about a total of 4 hours on the water over 2 days, maybe 4.5 on the boat itself. He got a little more time in because he was pitching baits off the dock. And out on the pontoon we really had no action. The weather wasn't favorable. You can see it's still snowing. We've been dealing with 30-degree temps, snow, 10 to 20 mile an hour wind conditions, nothing trolling. This may be our last open water fishing adventure. We'll see what happens. We'll see ya. We're either going to be on the water again, which is kind of iffy, or we'll be in the woods. Either way, we'll see you next time. Bye. Up to the Vantagie camp up on the Brule. We're going up for a grouse hunt, but as always, we're going to do some work. We're going to replace the gutters on the front of the cabin and the roof on the outhouse.
Ready?
Yep.
Here we go. Where's that little rock there?
Alright, we're headed up to the other camp, and we want to check out if there's any more beaver damage up there. But as you can see here, this old trailer frame here, those drop right on top of that trailer frame, so we're worried about damage being done. Alright, we checked out around by the cabin, and no additional beaver damage, which is a good thing. We're going to set some traps anyways today.
Well, I'm going to set the easy spots on the south. You can figure out the stuff up north. I like that one.
So they got a couple of traps set right down below our cabin here, and hopefully we'll get a beaver or two. We'll check them later tomorrow and see if we were successful. And get rid of some of the nuisance beavers before the trees drop down on the cabin. So anyways, we're gonna go chase some grouse now.
Here's the grouse crew. What a motley looking bunch.
Well, we flushed 5 of them right away before I turned on the camera. And now that I got the camera on, we haven't flushed in. Ain't that the way? Bird, Mike, your way! He was flying kind of a curve towards Mike. He busted just to my right, maybe 20 yards up. That one busted from the ground, yes. He was right in here, right where I'm standing in this area. When I shot, I had to turn around. He flew behind me. I had to turn around completely. I did get the shot off, and I saw the wings come down, and he dropped right after the shot. So I don't think he was gliding, but we look real good here in this area where I thought he came down in, and I don't see anything. All right, what we're doing now is we got a little line set up here, 5 to 7 yards apart. Everybody had the same view that I did. The wings cupped and he just dropped straight down. But we cannot see the bird. But we're making every effort to recover. Not as numerous as in past years, but every time out we flush grouse.
While John puts the finishing touches on the new roof for the outhouse, he's being supervised under the watchful eyes of Craig and Mike.
All right, hi. Today is Thursday, December 19th. And believe it or not, I'm getting ready to go out bow hunting for the very first time. Anyways, we're going to get up there and try bow hunting for a couple of days here before Christmas. And during gun deer season, the guys managed to take a couple of does, no bucks. So we're going to give it a shot. We're very fortunate living in Milwaukee County that the park system provides us archery ranges at certain areas in some of the parks. So I'm down here by Lake Michigan, just a stone's throw away, and we're going to sight in the crossbow. Our second shot at 20, dead center. So I guess I'm all set at 20 yards. We'll back it up to 30. Looks like everything's working fine. All right, that's a lot better. I'm happy. Let's zoom in and check them out. So we're one in the heart, one above the heart, and the lung there. A little forward. I like to be just a little bit further over to the right, but it's still a kill shot. Well, that's it at 30 yards. I'm happy with that shot placement. All right, we're done here at the target range. I'm happy with my results at 30 yards now. So we'll see you up by Craig's. We'll be bow hunting this weekend for deer. See you up there. It's 4:30 now. I'm finally done. Got here at 3. Took me an hour and a half. Unload the truck with all my gear. Get it in here. Get the wood. Get a fire going. Get the gas turned on. I still got to straighten up in here. And it's getting a little too dark outside. Deer are going to start bedding down. So I don't want to go hoofing back there now to go get those SD cards off of those trail cams. It is what it is. Hey. You know, if they're out there, I certainly don't want to spook them off the bed. Maybe they'll hang around tomorrow. Maybe that big buck's bedding down out there right now. One can only hope. All right, out for the first time on a bow hunt. It's the weekend before Christmas, so gun deer season I guess the guy's got a couple of doe and that was it. The neighbor just to the west of Craig Clint got a buck and a doe.
During gun deer season, Craig's neighbor Clint and his nephew harvested this nice 8-point buck and a similar body-sized doe. Our congrats go out to the both of them.
Here's the water area. As you can see, coyote or wolf tracks. I don't know, maybe we're going to encounter more than just deer this morning. I'm packing my 45 just in case. And there's two sets of tracks here. Check this out. There. It splits here. So you got 1, 2, 3 sets of tracks. Now let's see what we encounter. Coming up on the food plot in the blind. Looks like it survived the snow and wind and everything. That's cool. Yeah, everything looks good on the blind. Boy, it sure looks like they've been on that licking branch that we set up. We had, you can see I've got it zip tied. We added one of them. Looks like they've been at it pretty good. Now comes the waiting game. Well, we've done the doe bleats twice over the last, I'd say, hour and a half. And I've been hearing noises out. I've been scanning with the binoculars, but I'm not picking anything up. I keep scanning the bedding areas just outside the food plot here. There's trees down. And bucks like to bed amongst all that down timber. So I keep checking. I'm looking for rack movement or a head or anything. Well, now it's coming up on 2 o'clock and you can see the shadows are starting to get long in the food plot. We've got about 2 hours left. We've been out since 8 this morning, a little after 8. Yeah. From 8 in the morning till 4:30 it is now. Never saw a deer. Not even fresh sign on the way out or the way back. Yeah, they sure did a disappearing act. Yeah, one more day tomorrow. Well, I checked the trail cam activity from the food plot after supper and found out that the licking branches and the mock scrapes had quite a bit of activity. This was the first 8 to show up at the end of September. Then, surprisingly, during daylight hours, 2 8-pointers came out to feed and showed no aggression towards each other. One of the 8s returned in the early morning hours to mark his territory. Then a different 8 showed up to remark the licking branch and scrape. Finally, another 8 showed up early evening to remark what he considered his territory at one licking branch. He then turned to the other area to create a buck rub and scrape. This buck was leaving a dominant trace to warn off the other bucks.
He then returned 2 days later, checking his licking branch scent.
Well, what you saw here in the sneak peek is a very short peek at these 3/8 pointers. Be sure to join us for a late season episode entitled A Tale of 3/8. It'll be an in-depth study of these 3/8 point bucks from late September through November. Be sure to look for that episode near the end of the season. What a gorgeous sunrise this morning. We're getting a little bit of an earlier start today because I only got a half a day to hunt. Wow, what a beautiful sunrise, and was I pumped to get out there. It's my last day, but after looking at those trail cam pictures, I'm so pumped up that I had 3 8-pointers competing for the food plot territory prior to the gun deer season. The odds are in my favor that at least one of them survived, and he may revisit and try to establish his dominance again. All right, we're settled in the blind finally. Time to get cameled up in here. I'm kind of scanning and looking, and then all of a sudden, oh, no, that's not a deer, that's a stump. Every time, that light brown, I keep thinking it's a deer coming in. We've been out since 7:30, sitting in the blind. And unfortunately the big 8 didn't come in to mark his territory. We had our fingers crossed after seeing him on the trail cam last night that maybe he'd come in. And he didn't come in. And neither did any of his friends. No other bucks, no does, nothing. So we're down about the last 45 minutes. We'll see what happens. Maybe the magic will happen yet. Well, that's it for our day-and-a-half hunt here. Late season. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve and I gotta head home this afternoon. We spent 13 hours out here and we didn't see a single deer. Unfortunately, the big 8 didn't show up in the time I was out here for this day and a half. So, see you guys later. Well, that's it. Our sneak peek into Rapant Outdoors 360's 2019 second season. So like I said, we have an exciting season ahead of us. So stay tuned, catch our next release, and stick with us for our exciting video adventures. Well, if you like this video so far, please go ahead and click the like button. Then, if you're not already a subscriber, why not? Go ahead and click that subscribe button. This way you'll get notified with each new episode release. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to contact us below in the comment section, or if you prefer to talk to us or contact us out of the public eye, we can also be reached at Rapant Outdoors 360 at gmail.com. I truly look forward to hearing from all of you, and I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch the video series. So until the next release, thanks for watching. We'll see you then.